Hi guys, back again with me Austin from Abba Boy Heart. Today I'm going to share with you my experience on 2008 Hasbro's The Legacy Collection Big Millennium Falcon. Right, this is not new. I say 2008. I don't have the box anymore. It's been long gone. And then yeah, that's our focus. There's an ATTE at the background there. But we're not going to talk about that. We're gonna talk about this big baby. Right, by the way, this is kind of old by now. It's been more than 10 years and it has been reissued on 2012 under the vintage collection banner. Pretty much the same. And then this year 2020 is being it's kind of a repackage under the vintage collection line as well. A bit of differences, very slight differences under the name the Galaxy's Edge Smuggler's Run Big Millennium Falcon, but pretty much it's the same ship as this one. Okay, so what should I do? All right, I'll just do a quick measuring up. It's a beautiful day today. Of course, my table cannot simply cannot hold this big ship. Just to give a measurement a little bit, from the back to the front, to the rear to the front is quite big. It is, I think it's fair to say that it is actually it's actually more than 30 inch, so almost 80 centimeters. Okay, roughly around that. Then if we measure from the side to side, from the cockpit side there, which is sticking out, so maybe around, let me see, roughly 60 centimeters, around that, I think so. Almost 60 centimeters. Okay, anyway, that's not really important, but you know that it's quite big. It's not that heavy though. You can lift it up easily. Yeah, a lot of details going on here. So I'm going to share this because it's been one of my favorite vehicle / playset from Hasbro Star Wars releases in the 3/4 inch. I'm not sure whether they're gonna do a 6-inch Millennium Falcon. It'll be super big, but this one, yeah, there's a lot of memories with this Millennium Falcon. Especially the box was quite big. But anyway, enough with the nostalgia. Let's take a closer look with this vehicle. Okay, all right, before I show you the main attraction at the front, I just turn this upside down so that you can see what's below. If you notice, the color here is actually the original color. It's still white and pure, not really bright white. It's kind of a bone white, but yeah, because you'll notice later on when I flip this up, and you'll see the paint on the top is already kind of dirty from long, all the wear and tear. But this is pretty much just the original condition of the color that being used on this Millennium Falcon. Okay, so just a quick through. What I want to show is that it has a bit of features down here, which I hope is visible. Okay, let me see what I can do with this. Okay, so here we have a cannon which can shoot up projectiles. Okay, however, we cannot really move it that much, so it can move a little bit up, downward like that. Okay, you remember this is facing downward. Then there's a small button there which allows us to shoot a projectile. Okay, so there's one of the projectile that's being provided to us. Okay, and it's very easy. You can always put it back. So normally I just store it somewhere so that I don't lose it. Okay, right. And another thing is that aside from all the intricate details which I love from this big Millenium Falcon, right, is that also we are being given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of kind of a landing gear legs. I'm not sure what's the correct what do you call that, the correct name of it, right? The mold is cool, you have those details, right? But I just want to point out that I think it's recommended, if you want to put it on, then put it on. If you don't want to, you better not to. Okay, because what happened with mine was that if you see this one, it's too loose. Okay, right, the peg is connected to this hole, but then it simply won't hold. It still works. So what I did here, I put a bit of glue tack just to support this. Okay, and then it's also molded a certain shape, as you can see here, so you know the direction to put it on. Okay, but for the most part it's okay. It's been working fine ever since with the addition of the glue tack, but it's not recommended to plug and then plug and then pull out, plug and plug out, plug out, pull out again and again, because then the hole will not hold anymore. Okay, I don't think, yeah, it's recommended to pull it out. Anyway, this is something to take note about. Okay, we're also being given this cannon down here, which is cool actually. It doesn't have any gimmicks, it's just that it can move side to side, right? You can take it off easily. Alright, this one is okay. There's a bit of movement as well, but it doesn't have any gimmicks whatsoever. Okay, actually we are being given another one of this on the top, or it can be that this one is on the top and that one is down on the, it should be here. Okay, below here. I couldn't remember, but both of them has the same connector, so you can use and place each one to either both of the position. What's cool is that, as you can see there, it has kind of a window. I'm not sure it's visible or not. Let me try. I hope, I'm not sure whether it's visible, but you can actually see through what's going on down there. It's actually a seat for the gunner. Okay, so we'll see when we open the cockpit. All right, so that's pretty much what I want to share from this view from below. All right, so I take it up and we'll see what's on top. So here's the view again from the top. I just want to point out also that these two parts are originally separated, so you have to plug in this side and that side, and it will clip. Okay, will hold. And in fact, just like the landing legs, landing gears, I don't recommend you to plug it out. I'm not sure, man. Yeah, I don't think it's recommended to do that. Now I just want to point out as well, as you can see, the paint, I hope it's visible on camera, but the paint on this area is still okay. But then starting from here and then to the most part of the back, sorry for my shakiness, is already yellowing, right? Of course it can be fixed. You want to repaint it, you want to try unyellowing it, it's up to you. And then yeah, so that's what's going on with my Millenium Falcon with the paint. Again, it has very cool, beautiful mold altogether from all these details down here. You can see, I'm not going to dwell much on that, as you can see, and then all the dirts, all the scratches, is all over the this vehicle, and it's pretty much a Star Wars style of figure. So I'm not going to dwell much on that. but we'll see that it is not only the iconic vehicle, the iconic plane of Han Solo and Chewbacca, but also that this is a cool playset that we can play around with it, right? Alright, so let's take a look at the cockpit first. So here's the cockpit situation. You can actually move this downward and upward, and you can actually take it out easily. Okay, it's transparent, you can somewhat see through, but it's quite dirty, right? Then you can plug it to the holes there. Alright, very simple. Okay, just take it out so that we can see better the cockpit situation. It came with 4 seats. Okay, I'm not sure whether this 2 at the back moves. Oh yeah, it does move actually. Can somewhat rotate a little bit down there. Okay, here as well, right? But then and then there's 2 seats that you can move to the front and to the back, just like that. You can see the detailings on the cockpit. I'm not sure whether this move is too small. I don't want to risk it. Okay, but yeah, you can just move it, and you see this white stuff. It will I think it will try to fix the seat at the front, but yeah, you can actually set up a Han Solo there. This is the Han that will be given in this figure as a set, and it's actually not too bad. Right, so just put this on back real quick so that hopefully you can see how it looks like. It's not really visible, but because of the reflection, but Han is there. Okay, so yeah, right, let's move on. Again, this is the cool intricate details that I love from most of Hasbro Star Wars. Okay, and then there's this part as well, which is cool, right? I'm not sure what this is, right? This whole part, and again, intricate details. There are some buttons here. Okay, of course we'll go on to the electronics later on, but I just want to show what's going on with this. Is that we can actually shoot another projectile, right? So I purposely take it out because it's still working really nice. All right, let's try it on. Okay, so you can press this and it will shoot. You can press this and it will shoot. And the additional one on this one is once you press it, once the electronic on will do the electronic test later on, it will sound, the sound will come out. Okay, there's a sound that will play on this. All right, so that's pretty much on this side. This is the hole for the dish. We can also easily remove it. I like the mold, it's nice. Okay, easily put on, and you can move it a little bit. Then there's this knob which allows us to rotate this. Okay, right, another 2 buttons here. We'll see what it's used for later on. Then let's move to this side. Okay, so you can see just like the bottom one, we have also the one on top here, and it's also not sure if it's visible, but you can see what this gunner seat there. All right, remember this is the one from the bottom. I take it out, but we are also being given another one like that, but the difference is that it comes with 2 projectile here, with which we can shoot by pressing this. Okay, let's try. Okay, pressing this one will allow you to shoot this one, and then pressing this one will shoot this one. Okay, all right. There's a sound also that came from this. We'll play it later on, don't worry. But you can use the knob on this side. Okay, I hope it's visible. Ooh. And it will move. Okay, now you can move it upward, downward, like that. The idea is if you move it this way, this button will hit this part and then it will shoot, and there's a sound that came out as well if the electronic is on. Okay, so we'll do that later on. Let's see what we can do again. Right. Okay, here we have the escape pod, so you can actually take it out, right? And then I'll just remove this for a while so that we can see better. It's removable easily. Okay, similar pack. So as you can see, there's an escape pod here which we can take it out. In fact, if you take it out, you can actually hear some sound as well. I hope it's visible. It's kind of dark here. Let me move a little bit this part. As you can see, there's a button here which if you slide the pod in, it will somewhat press on that button and it will come out as well, the sound will come out. Okay, we'll play all the electronics later on, but our focus today is on the right now is on the pod here, right? Don't know if I can do this with one hand though. Let me see what I can do. Before we move on, I just want to put our focus on the escape pod first. I like all the molds, all the details. You can actually see through the transparent part of the window. It has a bit of gimmicks. I like the metallic part on the jets here, really cool. It has a bit of gimmick. You can actually move this to the front and back, kind of a shooting action, just like that. It's also on this side as well. Alright, then it also came with a projectile down here, so you can press this button. I hope you can see that. Okay, so it shoots. So yeah, I normally put on all my projectiles inside this escape pod. Alright, so we can open up this, and then you can see the interior is actually not bad. Some part are molded here, really cool, and you can always put on figure there. I'll just take one of this figure that provided here. This is the Han Solo that we are being given. You can close it up and you can always put it back into, right? I think this is the way how to put it on, because if you put it this way, it won't close. Okay, it won't be able to close. So yeah, that's pretty much with the escape pod. To look into the interior inside, we can look at these gaps here. Okay, and you can just try to pull it up. Okay, will be easily removable, right? Just like that. So that's what's down there. I appreciate that they still give added molded details even down there. And then another side is, I believe, somewhere around here. Yep. So you can take out this two part and you will see the interior of the Millenium Falcon and recreate some scene, iconic scene from the movie. Alright, so this is the interior. We'll see this landing gear actually open up. It came with the sound, so you can press here. I'll show you the sound later on. It's a soft release so that Han Solo and the guys can move down from here. Alright, so and then This is, I think this is some sort of medic bay, which Luke can lie down there. Just open up. But okay, so is there more room over there? Not really. A bit of room, but yeah, a bit of room which you can see, right? Nothing much really. Let's just close it and then see what can we find here. Okay, here on the hallway you can actually take it out. All right, so to recreate a scene where Han Solo or Chewbacca maybe go down there to hide some stuff, you know, and then I'll just take it, put it in. There's this knob that you can pull. You can see that a bit of pegs here and here to stand the figure up, right, and connect to the peg holes in the on the feet. And then as you can see here, there's this seat, which actually is the gunner seat. All right, oops, this is the gunner seat. You can put a figure sitting to sit in here, and then it will, as you can see, this is the window that we saw from below. This actually connect to the window up here, so it's pretty much the gunner seat which controls the gun. You know, on this ship you can somewhat put a figure there. I'm not going to do that, but you know you can do it, right? And then this, we come to this side. This is the iconic what do you call that, game table with the sofa, with the seat. You can see your figures here. And then this, I think, is actually removable, but I'm not going to do it. It can light up, and then I'll show you when we test the electronic on. The seat here is rotatable. You can rotate the seat. As you can see, you have panels here with all the details. We have more pegs here because a lot of scene going on in this area. Okay, another, I'm not sure what that is, but yeah. Can we open this? Probably not. Yeah, but we have all those details. And then this is the ball that Luke actually used to train, to do lightsaber training with Ben Kenobi, right? We can actually move it. So let me show you too. We use the same knob that we turn to move the dish, and it will move the ball as well. Okay, as you can see there. So yeah, that's a neat little gimmick that we have. And there's another part there with the knob that you can pull, and yeah, you can store something in there if you want to, right? Just put it back. So pretty much these are all the interior that we are being given with this Millenium Falcon. I'll try to fix that later on, so you can create some of the cool, you can interact or play pretty much with the interior. It's really cool. Okay, you can set your figure here. You can set your figure to create the scene where 3PO and Chewbacca are playing the game, and then Luke and Ben can exercise. Can do the training, lightsaber training there. All right, let me try. Okay, easy peasy. So that's pretty much the interior. I think what I like the most is the gunner seat. Is really cool. Okay. So here's the back part of the Millenium Falcon. I like this part because it's a lot of molded details there. Right, as you can see, very intricate. I love that. And then we can actually remove this part. You can see these two side here, these two part, and you can use it to pull it out. It's actually and it will refill the battery, right? You can unscrew this, and you can put on 3 AA batteries here to light up this big baby, right? The on off button is actually here, is already on. So we can see 3 buttons here. We'll press it one by one. Then you can see down here there's a light. Okay, there's a light. Okay, it might not be very visible because the light from the window is too bright, but let's check. Okay, let's check. Let's press this one on the left. So as you can see, it light up. So let's try to press the one on the middle. Still light up. So pretty cool, right? Let's try to press this one again. Alright, so let's try to press the one on the right here. Okay. Alright, so it's a shooting sound. Okay, now I promise I will show you some of the other electronics that we can do. So let's move on a little bit. Alright, ooh, okay. So for example, this part, this knob, remember to move the gun. When we press this, awesome. And then the one in the middle here, of course I already removed the projectiles, but nope, the one in the middle, awesome. So alright, what else can we do? Remember the escape pods, right? Oh, why? Okay, basically there's the button down there. Okay, so we can press that. Let's try something. Okay. Right, as you can see, I already moved that, and it should. Alright, that's the sound that I'm looking for, right? Okay, good to know that it works. Right, and then maybe I'll just remove this for a while so that we can see. There are 2 buttons here. Let's try to press the one on the left. As you can see, the game table just now light up, and you can listen to Chewbacca's voice. Alright.
It's not wise to upset a Wookiee.
I suggest a new strategy, R2. Let the Wookiee win.
Alright, so that's what's going on with the button here. You press, then it will do something on this area of the table, okay, to recreate that scene. Right, and then let's press the one on the right.
With the blast shield down, I can't even see. How am I supposed to fight?
And then you can.
You see? You can do it.
So this one is to recreate the scene. Sorry about that, I kind of moved this one. Right, so let's press this one again.
You've taken your first step into a larger world.
With the blast shield down, I can't even see. How am I supposed to fight?
So the one on the left is for this area, and the one on the right
You see?
is
You
for
can do it.
the lightsaber training area. Okay, so I think that's pretty much all the electronics that we have from this big Millenium Falcon. Alright, so remember to turn off this, and we can remove the battery later on. Alright, sorry guys, actually I missed one electronic, and that is actually the best part that I love. I actually save it for the last. Right, what we can do. Okay, by the way, nice detail here. what we can do is remember this part. Okay, it's turned on. Let's check if it's turned on. All right, it's turned on. Now you press this, and I don't know if you can see, but there are two lights here, and then the RAM will move down slowly. It's a slow release, which is cool. Okay, let's try to do it again. Let's see, on a darker environment. Okay, awesome. So you have, okay, that's the lights from actually. Let's try last one. Okay, two lights. So yeah, that's all the electronics that we have from this Millenium Falcon. Awesome. I like this part actually. You can walk from this to go inside the Millenium Falcon. All right. As part of this Millenium Falcon, we are being given two figures. Of course, there's no Millenium Falcon without Chewbacca, right? This is the Chewbacca that we are being given. It's pretty much the same body mold that we've seen from the other Chewbacca version of Chewbacca. I actually bring some here. Right, this is the VOTC mold, which is being reissued on the Walmart exclusive box, the Black Series at that time. Right, it's pretty much the same body mold, same accessories, just different paint job. All right. Okay. Of course, different face, but this was pretty much the best Chewbacca we can get at the time, probably. Right. But for most of the parts, it's actually the same. Just to compare with the Black Series, carded Black Series, the screaming face Chewbacca. Right. Again, the difference is on the face. Of course, this face is kind of weird. I think it's similar to the early bird version of Chewbacca. All right. And then with the bandolier, not sure whether, I think we can. Okay, the bandolier is actually glued on. Right. Very nice detail on the bandolier. So again, this is similar. What articulation do we have? We have ball joint on the head, although it's kind of restricted. We have the hinge on the arm. We can move it up, we can turn it around. It's a rotation, right? And then we can move it to the back that much. We can bend the arm that much, and we can turn it around 360. The wrist, we can turn it around 360. Do we have hinges? Not really. Do we have hinges? Not really. The furry part is kind of rubbery, but it's pretty solid actually. Then up here we have rotation. Okay, and then down here we have another rotation. Not sure we have something down here. Okay, so 1 and 2, right? Then the leg, you can do a front kick that much, you can do back kick that much, right? Actually, this kind of leg is outdated, but this articulation is the best to set them up on the cockpit. So yeah, man, the front kick, right? The knee, you can bend this much. You can rotate it. And then of course we have a bit of hinge there. It's actually moved a little bit, quite a bit more. Can move it up that much. I think we do have rotation. So that's pretty much with this Chewbacca. Of course, we have the bowcaster. This is the same two-piece bowcaster. As you can see here, it's removable on this part. With maybe the paint is a bit different. It's kind of gunmetal, dark gray with the green straps. Right. I like the details on the straps. It's also we can find this in many others Chewbacca. Okay, it's pretty much the same altogether, as you can see. All right, and even the one that I have with my Black Series Chewbacca, this is not the original, I think. Yeah, but I like this green one to give a bit of personality. Kind of rubbery, but you can grip it to the trigger there, right? So I think it's 3-piece. Is it a 3-piece? No, it's a 2-piece. Alright, so that's pretty much with this Chewbacca. I'm not going to measure him anymore because, oops, sorry about that. You know already, this Chewbacca. Okay, it's pretty much the same body mold. Right, the next one, of course you can buy a single color Chewbacca with the headpiece on, with the communicator, but this is the one that we have with this. Okay, right, now we have the Pilot Han. Right, how do we know it's Pilot Han? Because he came with the gloves on, right, which is cool, right, on both arms, and then he also came with the headpiece. The head sculpt is not bad. You can see the resemblance of Han Solo somewhat. Of course, this is the old technology. You cannot expect much by today. It came with the headpiece, which I think is glued onto the head. Not sure we can remove it, and it goes to clip on his head, molded to his head. Right, this piece, the white piece, is actually removable, so you can see the device here. You can take it out. I like the silver paint detail here, and you can see the peg and the peg holes. Right, okay, so the belt is actually kind of a separate piece, so probably we can take it out if we want to by removing the body parts. What else? I like the silver details as always. This is pretty much Han Solo. Right, let's compare to several other Han Solo that I have. This is the VOTC, which is my favorite. Somewhat similar, okay, a bit different on the legs. Oops. Right, big holes down there. Okay, of course this one is better than this one, but this one came with the headpiece on, so that's the signature look of this one. This is the blaster that we have, but this one is actually not bad. For the most part it's painted black, but this is the solid one. It's not like the new one, which is very thin, but this one is the thick one, which is quite solid. And then this with a bit of details, silver detail on the tip, so that's cool. Let's try to put it on Han's right palm. All right, yeah, he can weld it, not bad, I guess. Okay, all right, now let's go to the articulation. I'll move this back on. The articulation, this is the head is on ball joint, so you can rotate it. Okay, move it upward, downward. This side of the arm is similar to what we have these days. Okay, upward, you can rotate it right to the back that much. Now the elbow is the old elbow joint. Remember, VOTC Leia also used this. This was the old joint that we have before they eventually moved to this kind of joint. So you can straighten it's basically a rotation, right? So you can do a straight pose like this, or you can also rotate it to kind of make a, what do you call that, a band, make a band, right? Of course it's not perfect, it's outdated, yeah, but you know that it has rotation. Right, and then on the wrist we have another rotation as well, same here. Now we have full rotation here as well, and this is the joint, the old joint. We have front kick this much, we have back kick that much, same on the other side, pretty similar. The knee, you can bend this much, you can rotate it, not bad actually. And that's pretty much it. Nothing on the ankle, is it? Yeah, nothing, but it's adequate because we can actually sit him up on the pilot seat, which is cool. That's good enough. So that's pretty much with this, with the figures that is being provided with us. Okay, so that's pretty much it with the big Millenium Falcon, the Legacy Collection. Alright, it's a cool, yes, it was released in 2008, but it's still a very, very cool Millenium Falcon to have. It's a must. If you can get this one, get this one. If you can get the vintage collection one, the Toys R Us exclusive, get that one. If you can get the Smuggler's Run, even get that one. Depends on which one you like. Depends on if you can build it up, maybe, because some on eBay sometimes you can find pieces of it, right? You can combine, you can collect one by one each part, and to make one working big Millenium Falcon. Go for it. I think it's worth it. If you like Han Solo and Chewbacca like me, if you like Star Wars, this is one of the iconic ship vehicle that we have, and it is packed with a lot of things, a lot of cool things. You can always play around with it. You can put your figures in, you can put the figures in your interior, you can do photo shoots, a lot of things, right? So yeah, I'm kind of happy. I'm also kind of sad because I have to part ways with this. You know, I have to give rooms to make more rooms in my collection. A lot of memories. I actually brought this big baby from another country through the airport, through the flight, and then arrive at the airport, go through the cabs until I bring it home at my place. Yeah, it was quite an adventure, but now it's time to move on, because the new one has come. But anyway, yeah, the figures can sit really well. Of course, you can add Chewbacca. You can put Luke at the back. You can maybe add Leia or Ben or 3PO or whoever, right? It's pretty cool action figures. Some complain that we should get a better one. This is not good enough, or maybe some complain that this is the best. They don't really need to release the Smuggler's Run version. But I thought, man, at this point, I'm just happy to get whatever I can get, and yeah, just enjoy your hobby, man. Just enjoy all the action figures that we can get. So thanks guys for watching until the end. If you like this video, you can always like, subscribe and share. You can always turn on your notification bell and contact me through Instagram to chat about action figures. Ciao.